Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Testing 4, 5, 6. Not popping up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have to hit the live button to go live. Got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
no.
here apparently.
Ah,
Hey, how's it going? Good evening, everyone. I'm Norm KC9CSC. Welcome to Friday Night Ham Radio Trivia. We'll be playing 3 rounds of trivia, unlike Kyle's 4 rounds. You can play on your connected device. That includes your phone, tablet, or desktop. All you need to do is go over to Kahoot IT or scan the QR code to play live. No sign up or login is needed and is all free. Questions will appear on your local device. There's no delay between your screen and the answers. The faster you answer the questions, the more points you get. There are 10, I think there's 11 in one round. So check out that. All questions are sort of ham radio related. The points mean nothing, and there are no prizes. So don't email me later asking where's my prize. Let's go around the room. Hey Shane, how's it going?
doing good, Norm. How are you?
Good. How many people
Awesome.
we have in the stadium tonight?
Oh, there's probably like a half dozen.
I think it's so yeah.
45 autos here.
Yep.
See Dan, brother Dan, and Kyle. And Kyle's got a blue wrench, but I don't have a blue wrench. Don't know what that's about.
Right there.
Yeah.
Let's fix that,
Real bad.
or I'm leaving.
Yeah. Greg, you already introduced yourself, so F off.
I did. Yeah, good enough.
All right. Let me get the chat in the display.
I'm so glad we decided to meet early to make sure we had everything set up
Yeah, I
and ready to
know.
go.
So I gotta
Good
show
thinking.
it. Oh, that doesn't work. Click settings, and here we go. Look, I'm a genius. There's the
Maybe.
chat. I'm like Kyle. I'm on the moon. All right. So let's get the Kahoot going.
Or what we like to call Kyle Hoot.
Yeah, Kahoot. All right. We've got 3 rounds. Let's go to the first round. This is... All right. I'm going to...
Who's this round sponsored by?
This round sponsored by me, and it's an oldie but a goodie. All right, let's see.
Armageddon alcohol.
Yeah, Armageddon alcohol. It'll get you messed up. All right. So here we go. We're loading the game pen. 300-660. Enter that into your Kahoot.
We need the space.
I don't know. I never put the space in.
Yeah, it worked for me with the space.
All right. Oh, sorry. Now you're seeing my email. Now you're seeing my Discord. Let's go.
What's that? What did that say? Tranny? What?
Oh. And Kyle's complimenting your sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why won't this go up? All right. All right. There we go. This is harder than it looks. All right. Let's start the game. Kahoot. Element 2 question pool from 1991. So these are technician level questions. Which of the following topics is not addressed in the rules and regulation of amateur service? station operation standards, technical standards, providing emergency communications, station construction standards. And now I don't know if Kyle knows this, but Kahoot
I was wrong.
does AI pictures for you. All right, station construction standards are not addressed in the service. All right, let's see. Boom, boom. It's coming up. 45 auto in the back. We've got Greg and Pat, Daniel, Pat, and W98G. Let's do this. Next. What is the license class immediately above the novice class? And this is a picture of actual prospective ham radio operators taking the test at Macworld.
I got this right.
All right.
I got it quick and fast.
General.
Made the podium. Who'd I knock off the podium? Is that Dan?
Yep. No, you knocked Kyle off the podium. All right, let's go. Which letters may be used for the first letter in a valid U.S. amateur call sign? K-N-U and W, A-K-N and W, A, B, C, and D, A, N, V, and W.
It's a lot of shit. Which
Not to nitpick, but can you either make Greg and I smaller or put the Kahoot window?
Yeah, what I was trying to do is move you to the back. Let's see.
Yeah.
Order. Move to the bottom. There you go. Where you guys belong.
Yes. I don't like to be the top bill.
$45 autos on top. Kyle's right behind. Greg and Pat suck in at the bottom.
yeah, bottom feeders.
I know. What amount of output transmitting power may a novice class use while operating below 30 megahertz? 200, 250, 1,500. The minimum legal power necessary to carry out desired communications.
Oh, I was wrong.
Well, this is a bad question because it's always the minimum legal power necessary to carry out desired communications. Oh, yeah, that's the correct answer. All right. This is the worst trivia ever. God.
yeah.
What term is used to describe narrowband direct printing telegraphy emissions? Teleport communications, direct communications, ready communications, third-party communications. Yep, ready.
AI's making those images?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to see mine.
Yep, AI's putting the images in for us now. If Kyle ever did trivia again, he would know this. All right. Awesome, guys. Boom, boom. When Boom Boom gets it, you gotta go. I don't know. Is that the boom boom sound?
I don't know. I did like the fake grenade, like pull the pin with your teeth.
Yeah.
Just chuck it over your back.
Is that your number one dance move on the floor?
No, mine's the lawnmower.
Oh yeah. Mine's the weed eater. It's like the lawnmower, but with more cussing. Because those 2-cycle engines suck. It's like, that makes the oil right? I don't know.
Yeah. So I just
What
use
is the fewest
aviation.
number of times you must transmit your amateur radio identification during a 25-minute QSO? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 25 minutes. You're chatting on 80 meters, talking about your prostate. Three. Once every 25 minutes, and what?
At the end.
Yep. All right. Favorite dance move is mine. I just do this: take off my glasses and look at the camera.
Where's the graph that shows you how many people got it right? I'm not seeing it.
Is that the what? It's right here.
Okay.
No, and Boom Boom's in top place, 45 auto. K89 Muh is in third, and Greg's coming up last, 1782. What must the licensee of an amateur radio station in portable or mobile operation notify the FCC? Look, AI came up with this. I think that's the Icon radio. I'll just let you read the questions.
Well, you could probably get AI to read it too.
Yeah. FCC notification is not required for portable or mobile operations. Could you imagine, Scout, every time you went, you're like, oh, I'm away from my shack, so I got to call the FCC and let them know I'm hiking on a hill.
Ooh.
Oh, the thing about the government is they already know.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them.
All right. Kyle's winning. He always wins. 45 auto. Hurry up. All right. Greg's in last place. How long is the average sunspot cycle? Quickly. 2, 5, 11, or 17 years? Anyone should get this right.
No, I got it wrong.
Uh-oh. Someone's been practicing. Kyle's in the top.
Boom.
What precautions should you take when working with 1270 megahertz guide waves? Make sure that the RF leakage filters are installed at both ends. Never look into an open end of a wide gave when RF was replied. Minimize the SWR when you test the wave gave. Yeah, never look into it.
What was the answer for the sunspot cycle? I didn't see that.
11 years.
Okay.
Yeah. A waveguide is very concentrated RF. So if you stick it in your eye, you're going to get some RF burns.
What's the average length of my wife's cycle? Spot cycle. That's probably 11 years. Feels like it, right? We're in the middle of one right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's because she's always pregnant. Doesn't get time. Jesus Christ, Greg. How many farads?
Who are we
are
offending? 45,000
microfarads. Get your calculators out and count zeros. Oh, almost everyone got this right. 0.5 farads. A lot of people seem to be good with scientific notation here.
Scientifically noted.
Here we go. What does the term chirp mean? A distortion in receiver audio circuits. A high-pitched audio tone transmitted with CW signal. A slight shift in oscillator frequency each time a CW transmitter is keyed. A slow change in transmitter frequency as the circuit warms up.
Wrong.
Yep, a slight shift. And you hear the little chirp. If Kyle got this right. There we go. Let's see. 45 auto in third. Kyle in second. Who's coming up in first for the upset? WMHG. Runners up, Greg and Pat.
Way to go, Brian.
Brian. All right. Know what to do here. Oh, I got to put up my screen so you don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. Make that visible. Yep. Kahoot.it. Here we go. I think this is what Kyle does. I just trying to fake it.
Well, you're doing a fine job faking it. This is
Right.
It's working out well for you.
Was the music coming through? Probably, because I haven't muted.
I didn't hear it. I don't have any music. But I got the stream muted too, so maybe.
I don't know if it was coming through on my end or not.
45 auto, you hear any sounds?
Yes, music is coming through.
Oh, okay, got
All right. All right. So I need to mute the site maybe next time. All right. Next one is Scout's questions.
Oh boy. It'll be interesting to see what AI images come up with some of those.
Best porn stars from 85 to 95. Girth Brooks.
Oh Lord.
All right, I've muted the site. Hopefully that helps. Probably what I should
There's
do.
got to be at least one that's ham radio licensed, right?
Yeah, let's do. All right, here we go. 161-444. We've got 10 watching now.
Oh wow.
See that, Kyle?
Yeah, come on.
And you said we'd never be successful. Look at me
The
now.
real Greg. And just Greg. 45 auto. Brian. Greg won. A0Z. All right. I think we got everyone in the group. So let's click start before we get botted. Kyle says Ron Jeremy. Wisconsin Poda Soda.
More or less. There's
That's
some
specific.
This soda summit
random
has the
stuff in
largest
there.
ski jump in the Western Hemisphere. Big ski jump mountain, Copper Peak, Iron Mountain. Well, everyone knows everything about Wisconsin. This isn't fair, Scout.
I
Everyone
don't,
can get
because
on
I got it
in
wrong.
Wisconsin. I'm not sure why you said that. This is upper Midwest.
Oh, in the upper Midwest.
Yes.
Oh, in the Western Hemisphere.
Yes. The largest ski jump on this half of the world is on Copper Peak in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And it's a soda summit.
Who got that right?
Why doesn't Kyle like it? This is Midwest stuff. Kyle lives kind of in the Midwest.
No, this is just random stuff. You might learn something. Nothing useful, but you'll learn something.
All right, the real Greg, number one, Greg, 45 auto, Greg won, Mommy's A0Z.
This might be a low scoring.
Oh, I got. Yeah, I'm in second, so that's pretty sweet.
Are you just Greg?
Okay.
I'm just Greg.
Okay.
I'm the
What
one
is
with
the name of Wisconsin's highest soda summit? Mike's Mountain, Tom's Hill, Todd's Summit, Tim's Hill.
They're all brothers.
Yep.
I got it wrong.
Tim's Hill.
Yep. A
3
six
people
pointer.
actually knew that.
Yes. Yes, there's a few people that pay attention.
I watch
Yes,
his
Wisconsin's
videos.
biggest
I'm just-
summit is called a hill.
Brian at the top.
Yeah.
Look up his call sign. Is he from
Look at that,
Wisconsin?
45
And Wisconsin
miles,
State
got
Park
that
is
one
named
right.
after this World War II hero whose name didn't hold up to the times. Harry Patch, William Manker, Don Dube, Dick Bong. I had to change this because it wouldn't let me put William Wanker on there. What Scott originally put. Yeah, Dick Bong.
Yep.
And
Major Richard
it-
Bong.
It wouldn't let me
World-
do Harry Patch. It wouldn't let me
Yep.
do William Wanker.
And Harry Patch was a real person. He's the last known survivor, or the oldest living veteran of the First World War. But Richard Bong is from Poplar, Wisconsin, America's ace of aces with over 40 confirmed kills and a crocodile in the Pacific Theater. He was a Medal of Honor award winner, and the state park that's named after him was going to be an Air Force base named after him, but that was at the point of the Cold War when we figured out that the Russians were going to be sending missiles over at us instead of bombers, so they got rid of their base and it turned into a state park. So named after Major Richard Bong.
All right, cheers to Richard Bong.
Yeah.
Yep. If you watch The Fat Electrician, he has a great video on him that he made not too long ago.
R.I.P. unless he's still alive. And he'd be 110. All right, here we go. Brian at the top. Brian must be from Wisconsin. Real Greg, 45 auto. Kyle, Greg number 1. Here we go.
What was that one we had last?
This entire Lake
Last
Superior
time.
Island is
Go
a
ahead.
POTA and also has 4 soda summits on it. Isle Royale, Isle Royal, Royal Island, Tim's Island.
I don't know.
No, Isle Royale. This is not fair, Scout. Isle Royale and Isle Royale is exactly the same word.
It's one's French and one's English.
English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a little tricky on some of these.
I know.
Isle Royale. Hopefully, I'm planning on a multi-day backpacking trip out there with some other YouTubers if they want to go, or some
You
of
know-
us.
You know who we were missing this month? We had last month was what was his name? Fake Cop. What's the name? Fake Cop who?
I don't know, Greg.
But,
Yeah, we're missing
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of things.
Maybe we lost him.
Which upper Midwest states only have one 10-point soda summit? Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota. Only one 10-point soda summit.
Oh, North Dakota.
Maybe Michigan?
I was wrong.
Minnesota.
Yep. The rest of the states don't have a 10-pointer.
In the end, we got 12 pointers.
Do you? That's just because you edited the database, Greg, and no one's checked it.
Kyle, I
Ern-
did not say
Ern-
this round was about Wisconsin. Norm did.
Her name's Misty Mountains from Indiana. I went to high school with her.
Kyle's in all caps. He must be losing.
All right, here we go. This boat entity is Wisconsin's first state park. Richard Bong State Park, Interstate Park, Patterson State Park, Connecticut State Park. How do you pronounce that, Shane?
Hey,
I
I
was
got
waiting
that
for
right
you.
because that's the one
Yep.
I went to.
Did I pronounce it right?
Nope.
How do you pronounce it?
It is Interstate Park that is celebrating its 125th anniversary this year.
I know, but Connecticut Park.
Nick. I can't speak English. You want me to speak with...
you're asking Shane how to pronounce shit.
Yeah. I can't pronounce normal English. You want
so
me to
Shane wrote this,
pronounce
so
a butchered...
it is from Wisconsin, so he should know.
You want me to try to pronounce a butchered Chippewa word? I'm sorry.
All right, let's see who's coming up. Brian still at the top. Greg won, the real Greg, 45 auto. Kyle sucking at the bottom. What other state shares a POTA entity with Wisconsin? Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, Indiana. Oh, it has to be Indiana because there's that island in the middle of Lake Michigan that's half Wisconsin, half Indiana.
Ooh, a lot of people got
then,
this one
and
right.
then there's a wall between the two to keep people out.
It is Minnesota. The St. Croix National Scenic Riverway, which forms the part of the border between Minnesota and Wisconsin, is a Parks on the Air entity. For a long time, there was two park numbers because the map coordinators for Minnesota and Wisconsin didn't talk to each other, so they both submitted that park for an entity, but they got that straightened out a few years ago. So, yep.
Yeah. Who won, Wisconsin or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Oh, lame.
I think they had the lower park number, if I remember right. Yes, they did.
All right. I think Brian has such a commanding lead. We're not going to win.
No, he's stealing it.
All right, here we go. Which upper Midwest state has the most 10-point summits? Did we already do this? Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, South Dakota.
I'm going with Minnesota.
Well, did you see the picture? I gave a good hint with the picture. Well, AI did. South Dakota.
South Dakota. The Black Hills area has a plethora of 10-pointers.
Oh, Digital Rancher's in here. We were just talking about him.
All right. Brian's still at top. Kyle's moving up. We got the Gregs at the bottom. 45 Oda holding up in the middle.
Yeah, and I'm at the bottom.
Which ham radio YouTuber KD9 or Scout 75 has not been at a POTA ad at the same time? KD9,
I'm wrong.
Ham Radio Dude, K0WLC, KOKLB. So
why didn't he mention my call sign on there?
Because you'd know the answer. I didn't want you to cheat.
And then I put WLC, and I forgot about that story.
Yep. Yeah. I have not been any place at the same time as Kevin, K0KLB. What is that the name of his channel? Just his call sign? The funny thing is I gave it with everybody's name, and for some reason Kahoots would not accept it. Is that the story there, Norm?
Yeah, they didn't like giving proper names.
Okay.
And answers.
So at any rate, I've Michael KB9VBR. I've been at 2 Wisconsin POTA campouts with him. Last year I went down to southern Wisconsin. I did a POTA with Ham Radio Dude when he had a get together. And then last summer there was a poker run, POTA Rove, that was put on by an area ham radio club, and I bumped into Matt at one of those. I said, "Hey, how's it going?" And he just took off and didn't even acknowledge me. So, kind of hurt my feelings.
Kyle's asking, he's the QRP guy from Iowa, right?
Yes.
QRP.
Brian's at the top. What part of Wisconsin is Brian from? Don't have to give a town.
He's from Florida.
No, really?
No, I don't know. I'm just.
I think Brian's from Michigan,
He's just
isn't
from
he?
Florida, but he really likes Fargo.
Yeah. He's seen it. He's seen it 4 times.
Yeah.
Jeez,
How many Wisconsin
one
Potato
egg,
Eaters
and Tom never let me
has
see
Scout and Greg activated together?
I don't even know this.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian's from Michigan.
I'm gonna go 5. No, I got it wrong.
Answer's 4.
Yep.
Did you guys activate Huntsville together? Are you counting that one as one, or?
Well, that was not in Wisconsin. Let's see, Huntsville, Alabama, was in
Oh.
Alabama.
See, this is why Scout gets tricky.
Oh, I thought when he meant activate, I just didn't know he's talking about radio. You know what I mean?
No, there's been 4 different parks in Wisconsin, and besides that, we've done Iowa, Kentucky, Tennessee, and
Kyle's in third. Greg's
Alabama.
in first.
Woo!
It's gonna be Brian. All right, sorry. Continue, guys.
Oh yeah.
What you were saying, Shane? Sorry, I just had to give the people their props.
No, I finished before you started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird. I think
That's a
me
trick
and
question.
Shane's-
Kyle's a continuous gaze.
me and
Not
Shane's
just-
hanged out for quite a few trips.
All right, we got one last one. I don't
You
know
pop a
who's
cork,
gonna like this
Shane?
or who's gonna hate it.
What's that?
Did you pop a cork?
I did.
Oh, I thought
Taking
it
out
was
some
champagne.
bourbon.
See, Kyle doesn't allow drinking on his live stream. But we get to on the Shack and Off.
Well, yeah. Well, we're sponsored by Armageddon Alcohol.
It'll get you messed up.
See, my bottles don't have corks. There's just screw caps. Screw caps.
Oh.
Yeah. And they got the slow pour. That's when it's real fancy.
Wow. That's we're not that coordinated up here. We just got something that you just yank it out.
All right, this one's called Mess-tastic is Fantastic. See what I did there? This is brought to you by me and Kevin. Eating
Who's
beavers. Per slow pour, AA0Z, Shack and DP. That's DR. All right. We've got 472 people online, so maybe we can get some of those guys to join.
Wow.
Yeah, 200. Yeah, so click on here and
What's that mean? 400 something online.
I'm looking at the YouTube over here. That's why I keep looking over here on the big screen. We got 422 people watching now.
Mine says 12.
Greg, I'm hyping it up.
Oh well, I thought maybe I was like 30
Refresh your
minutes
screen.
behind. Yeah, that's okay. I gotta hit the live button. That's it. Oh, there we go.
Why did it just jump up to 852? Wow. Come on.
Is this like a pro wrestling match where they got the camera zoomed into like one row above the ring and they're like, "This place is sold out." And you can hear the echoes from the rafters.
Suck it, Josh. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. All right, join us for the after chat on our on our Shack and Out Discord, which doesn't exist.
It's just me and my inflatable jacuzzi.
Yeah.
I didn't know where you're going.
Playing video games.
All right, here we go. Mestastic utilizes this long-range radio program. Lauren, Laura, Lara, Lana.
God. Oh no.
I think I dated her.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Oh, sorry. Who the heck was Lauren? Someone just click it, dude. Damn fast. All right. Why you laughing, Shane? Doctor at the top, and Kevin coming up. Eating beavers, sandwich, poor slow.
I'm just glad I'm not the one that dropped the F-bomb first.
Well, you can do that after. I think after 15 minutes or something, it doesn't affect the algorithm.
Oh.
Okay, so feel free. Which one of these is required to use Mestastic? Cell phone, computer, router, none of the above.
I think I got this right. Oh yeah, I did. 7th place.
Yep, you don't need anything in any of those. It's something. And Kevin, Doctor, eating beavers. Eating beavers is always Derek, right?
Yeah, it's Derek.
Utah Derek. Poor slow A0Z, Shaq and DP, Dan Patrick.
Derek's not even old enough to know, be in that time where they called it a beaver,
Yeah. He's just seen memes. What frequency range does Mestastic use in North America? So read these frequency ranges. Yep, 33 centimeter band. 902 to 928. And Kevin jumps to the top. Doctor coming up. Derek. Kyle. And Pat seems like he knows something about Mestastic. Did he get a node this week? Who knows?
He got one a couple
Mestastic
months
is not
ago.
required the use of this. Transceiver, public infrastructure, proper firmware, correct regional settings. Which doesn't Mestastic require? Public infrastructure, yep. It's not required use of that.
Where's Sam at tonight?
I don't know. He was talking. Let's. All right, let's check. Go back to escape. Wait. Discord. Oh shit. Never mind. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah, that's what I said. And then you said, "Let me check," and then you checked and didn't know. That's okay.
Yeah,
You got a lot going on.
Yeah.
You're on a big.
Mestastic.org recommends that you leave your max hops setting to this number: 6, 2, 3, or 7. And actually iterates this. This is all the number you need.
I'm gonna go with.
Oh yeah, there's a picture of hops. That's what AI gave me.
Is it the right number of hops in that picture as a clue?
No. 7's the maximum I think the firmware will let you do.
Mm-hmm.
I went with 3 because of the Intimidator, Dale Earnhardt.
It is 3.
Hell yeah. He's never let me down. No way.
All right. And Kevin's at the top. All right. What is the maximum output power in North America for non-licensed operators using Mestastic? Plus 30 DPM ERP, 10 watts PP, plus 27 DPM ERP or 5 watts PP.
I knew Derek was gonna comment on the Dale Earnhardt.
Yep, plus 30, which is about 1 watt.
There's 2 dates
Over an
that stand in that
isotropic
for me.
antenna, right? Is that correct? I think Scout's going to be doing a Mestastic show here in a couple weeks. So, is that correct, Scout?
Sure.
So plus 30 DPM ERP if you do the calculations, and you've got your Vercoy antenna going off of it. That's about 1 watt PP.
It could be. I don't know why they have to switch the units of measurement.
Yeah, because they don't want you putting directional antennas on this thing. Yeah.
Yep, Derek's right. It depends on how erect your antenna is.
Yeah, they don't want you putting, if you're not a licensed user, they don't want you to put directional antennas and bumping up your PEP stuff, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. Someone smarter than me has to figure this stuff out.
Oh, great.
And Kevin's at the top on fire. Dr. Eaton Beaver, Sopor, AZZ, Shack and DP.
So we're screwed because you're the smartest one in the group.
What is the maximum output power for North America for licensed ham radio operators? 1500 watts PEP, 30 watts PEP, 100 watts PEP, or 10 watts PEP. So if you're licensed and you put that little setting in your Mestastic here, that you're a licensed operator, you can use 10 watts.
But there's no device that goes up to 10 watts, is there?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
You could build your own.
Yeah, not until the Scout 75 Tastic comes out.
Yeah. 75 Tastic. Yeah, Kyle says, unless you're in Italy, that's 5,000 watts on a Tastic.
Yeah, but and in the translation from America to Italy, that's only like 8 watts, right?
Yeah.
How many watts is the tariff at now for Italy?
10%.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Is it 25 watts?
I got my tariff calculator over here.
Yeah, where's Norm going to buy his shoes from now,
Yeah. My shoes and my keys. You know how much a Begali's gone up? Come on. There's $750 for a Simplex. All right. Mestastic operators utilizing their ham radio license privileges cannot do this. Use higher gain antennas. Identify at least once every 10 minutes for transmitting. Use encryption. Contact non-licensed Mestastic operators. So if you're a ham radio operator using the 10 watts, you cannot do this. Use the encryption. Nope. You can use higher gain antennas. It's PEP, 10 watts PEP. Put a dish on there. Don't encrypt it.
Wouldn't be prudent.
No. And Kevin's on fire. Doctor. Derek's in third. Slow for A or 0 sad. Shack and DP. Greg, when are you gonna beat Shaq and DP?
All right, call him up, bring him over. I'll beat him. Fuck him. I got it.
All right. All these microcontroller units work with Mestastic except this one. AT89, ESP32, NRF52, RP2040. So all your Mestastic devices will have one of these chips in here except one.
The correct answer is I don't know. I'm not a nerd.
Yeah, it's an AT89. That's an Atmel chip.
Yeah.
And it didn't make no sense to put
That's
one of
right.
those in there.
Duh.
Duh. Yeah, those are the 3 supported chips. And Kevin jumping up there, the doctor, gaining a little ground, and Derek coming up a little bit behind Kyle, way back there. Pat at the bottom. What is the current Mestastic ground distance record? And this is done near Italy. 7 miles. 1,758 miles, 28 miles, or 205 miles. And this is passed over all over the mestastic.org website. It's in, I saw it on like 3 pages.
Watch this. I eat that, Dan Pat. I just knocked you off the podium.
It's 205 miles. Kyle peed off a mountain and went 7 miles. So that's why you picked. But it doesn't count as a contact unless there's someone at the bottom to catch it.
Well, what do you do to make the mountain mad?
Yeah. Eating beavers at 3rd. DR in 2nd. And Kevin in 1st.
Woo!
Yeah. So go to AA0Z YouTube channel, click on the contact button, and email that email address to get your prizes.
Kyle's been doing more videos off of his camper show. What's that? I don't even know what it's called. I was going to say Unplugged, but I think that's Jason's. But I watch all of his stuff where he's trying to, it's always him back in his camper into his little garage on a tiny street. And how much work that is. It's,
It is Square Drop Adventures.
That's what it is, Square Drop
if
Adventures.
You like tiny campers, particularly hiker brand, it's a well worth channel. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Sorry, folks. It's a well worth channel to check out. Kyle's kind of doing a hands-on of everything he does with his camper and the things he does to make it better, his little mods, his hacks, his maintenance routines. You'll see him complaining about stuff and fixing it. It's
good. And I don't even have a camper, but his best one is probably the ammo can, gas fireplace. That was pretty sweet.
Yep, that was pretty cool. I like the improvements he made to his fridge compartment. That was pretty cool. He had some lights and stuff. So
yeah. He still uses that 12-volt Black & Decker. Maybe it's time for an upgrade. But
hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix.
He has this one. Our paper, if you can see the stream, our paper map's dead. Not for Kyle. He pulls out his rain glasses and pulls over. It's like, Marge, where are we going? and then he has one of those. The other tip over here in this other video is where he sticks one of those double-sided tape compasses to his dashboard. So he knows which direction he's going.
Oh, my grandpa had one of those.
I
Yep,
know.
I remember that.
And he's
Back
like,
in the
I think the hula girl is messing it up.
80s.
I'm like, you can't have all that shit taped to your dashboard. It's gonna be a problem when you get in an accident. Those things are going straight through your head. All right, who else should we plug? Scout 75.
I wouldn't plug that channel. I don't do anything
No,
there anymore.
check them out. Plug the
Yeah, look, you got videos everywhere. Oh, what am I doing? Not the
I don't know.
Yeah, Scout 75, you got videos every week.
Oh, I did years ago.
Okay. And your newest channels?
Yes, the Scout Life. And check them out on Rumble. I'm wanting to see more stuff on Rumble.
Yeah,
All right.
I still have ham radio videos from last year's Huntsville Ham Fest that I got to finish editing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
All
man.
right. Scout Life magazine. I used to get that when I was a kid.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah.
And then I'd go to the back.
It doesn't
and
even
order-
show up.
No.
I was wanting to order the whoopee cushion off the back pages. You remember that?
Oh yeah. It's like
Or
you
the
get
No, I
the
only
little
had like
cushion.
400 some
X-ray
subscribers.
glasses too. That was in Scout Life, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like,
The old ones. The old ones we'd look at.
Well, I haven't been in Scouts before the 2000s, so if I was, that'd be weird. But I haven't been. Now it's probably just online. You just get it and they send it to your phone.
I think the Boy Scout handbook is online now. But man, I had this big thick one, and I just used to look through it all the time. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna lash that thing together one day.
Yeah.
I'm like, when am I gonna find straight poles? Because all the sticks I gather are all crooked and stuff, It's like I'm gonna need to find some straight poles. I'm like, this must be made for somewhere that doesn't live in southern Indiana.
Yeah,
Where
you're like
it's got scraggly woods.
This Boy Scout manual's full of shit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and then I was like, I got a bunch of oak firewood to try to build a raft like that, and we lashed it together, and it was all just wet, unseasoned oak firewood. And we just tossed it in the lake, and it just sank. We just watched it, spending all this time lashing it together, and in like 5 hours dragging it down. This thing probably weighed 120 pounds.
Yeah.
I just found the smallest firewood that Dad had in that firewood pile behind the barn.
So I think a lot of ham radio guys were probably in Scouts, but a good story is we were doing we went to like a jamboree to compete against other Scouts, other Scout groups, and they're like make a snow sled, and it's just dry as hell. There's no snow, so we gotta pull this sled in the tall grass, which was awful. I remember doing that. And then I remember, I think it was my first scouting trip where we canoed and we'd come out at the campsite, where we'd camp all night. And it was just covered with empty, used condoms and wrappers called skin tights. I still remember it. They're called, they're generic condoms, apparently, but they're called skin tights. And I remember, why are these condoms everywhere? Is everybody just, effing in the grass? I don't know if you remember that, but it was crazy.
Yeah, as I get older, I think it's just like kids find some condoms and
playing balloon fights or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Because I don't know about you. When I'm on the side of the river canoeing, I don't. Yeah, there's not a lot of ladies around.
Yeah. Ladies don't like the river.
I don't think they like canoeing, the river, and pooping in a hole.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts
Yeah.
on ladies.
You're probably right. Kyle's like, what's Greg talking? You know what I'm talking about, Kyle.
Kyle's never been inside a river and
Yeah.
found a bunch of condoms. That used to be a thing. I remember we going to elementary school parking lot, and after hours, and my buddy Brian would be there. He's like Scott. Yeah, because when I was a kid, they didn't call me Norm. They called me Scott. They go Scott. Let's go over here. There's always a bunch of condoms, and there's just a bunch of condoms open, and I'm like, someone just found a box of condoms from their parents' house and chucked them out.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on Woods condoms. Now, Woods porn.
Yeah. What's porn's a thing?
Yeah.
I was talking about this yesterday.
My wife was reading a book one time. She's like, and they talked about Woods porn. She's like, "You're right, Norm.
Yeah.
There is Woods
It's there.
porn."
That's where they had them. That's where it was. It really was. I'm not messing around. You just walk out there and bunch of grass, stickers, and porn.
Oh, I thought it was a genre of porn that you like to watch.
No,
It's
no,
just-
that's where you.
It's
This
just
is
when
where
you're
you
a kid
find it.
walking around the woods and find a porn magazine that's
Okay.
Because
been
like
soaked in
you know,
water for-
older guys didn't want his wife to find it, so you go out in the woods and throw it in a tree stump or in a little outdoor shack or something. You know, there was always like these broken down shacks out in the woods. I don't know if you, but nobody was ever there. But it just had porn mags in it.
All right. If you grew up with broken down shacks in the woods around where you lived, and you could just walk around and find porn, leave a comment.
Just thumbs up.
Yeah, give us thumbs up. Like and subscribe.
Oh.
Hey, we're trying to catch up to Scout. You know, if we can't catch up to Scout, we gotta quit doing this.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah. Keep talking about Woods porn. You'll be there in no time.
So one time I was just like, I was like walking down the street in the snow, and I was like, oh, these sticker bushes look like they might have porn in them. And then I looked over. It was on the side of the road, and it was like a porn magazine had been torn in half, and I got the half with the spine on it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is Woods porn. I was like, I'll just keep it here. I was like, the snow will preserve it. And I made a little like monument to it and chucked a rock on top in the snow. And I was like, I'll be back here when spring comes.
Looking for a sign of new Woods porn.
I found
Jesus.
I found a VHF tape
Oh, that hit a gold
of
mine.
1992 Sports Illustrated swimsuit on tape in a ditch, and it worked. It was awesome.
All right.
But anyways,
yeah.
thanks, Kyle. Kyle AA0Z. Thanks for sponsoring the show tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us do this. We're
And
glad.
James said, moving on. Yeah, I think he's right.
Yeah, it's just fun. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you
bush.
guys later.